Hello and welcome to the walk-in. Donald Trump has won the US election in a landslide victory over Kamala Harris. And what impact will this have on the US's relationship with NATO? Now, in the past, there's obviously been overtures from the Trump camp that they may pull out of NATO altogether. I think the more likely decision would be to just insist that there's more money into the NATO pot. It's not a central pot, but each country needs to spend at least 2% on the NATO defence. Now, around 2/3 of NATO do so, and a few do not. And that, I think, is the main stumbling block. America are intending to become a little more isolationist, or maybe a lot more isolationist. So about 2/3 of its 32 member countries are now spending at the target of 2% or above. I know the UK and other countries are trying to aim for something like 2.5% of GDP. And there has been growing worries in Europe over the reliability of the decades-old US commitment to European security, which is heightened by Trump's second presidential bid and now successful bid, and the partisan gridlock in Washington over an aid package to help Ukraine fend off Russia's ongoing invasion. Now, obviously, he's made comments in the past, such as he would encourage Russia to, quote, do whatever the hell they want to any country in NATO that doesn't pay enough. Now, again, I think this is more likely to be just tough rhetoric to try and encourage European countries to up their NATO spending. Now, I think NATO leaders and member countries have indeed said that they would increase their spending, and they need to think about a European security policy if ties between Europe and the US grow, if not a little cooler, then a little more distant. The NATO secretary today has congratulated US President-elect Donald Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Now, you've got to keep these relationships sweet. So, the president of NATO said that, the NATO Secretary General has said, I congratulate Donald Trump on his election as President of the United States. I can look forward to working with him again to advance peace and strength through NATO. The US has 31 friends and allies who help to advance US interests, multiply American power, and keep Americans safe. Together, NATO allies represent half of the world's economic might and half the world's military might. Then they go on to talk about a number of challenges, including China, increasing alignment of China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran, and a more aggressive Russia. So there seems to be a new alliance that are not aligned to the Western outlook. And Trump did demonstrate strong US leadership throughout his first term. This is the Secretary General talking about this. A term that turned the tide on European defence spending, because he was strong on countries like Germany that they've got to increase more. So I don't believe he's going to pull out of NATO. I think he's just going to be very tough, and he might talk very tough about it, but it is to get the European countries to spend at least 2%, and I would think it's better to go somewhere near 2.5% of GDP on defence, and the defence spending and production are now on an onward trajectory across the alliance. And the Secretary General finishes by saying, we must continue these efforts in order to preserve peace and prosperity across North America and Europe. So let us know what you think. I think there's going to be a lot of talk about this, and a lot of articles will be coming out about this topic in particular. But it will be about negotiating and about essentially appeasing the US now, under Trump, of course, from January next year, that NATO countries are increasing their GDP spend. So that is it for today. We just thought we'd crack on and talk about this quickly. There will be another video out soon on the potential new head of the CIA under Trump. That's quite a little interesting story there, and it's got a lot of people worried. So give us a subscribe if you can. That would be great, and we will see you soon. And thank you for all the new subscribers, by the way. It's and the views on the last video. If you didn't check it out, we did a video on Daniel Khalif attempting to be a triple agent with MI6, and that rather backfiring on him. So yeah, go check that out and stay tuned for more on general current affairs. And of course, we'll be bringing you more videos related to global intelligence services, including, as I said, the potential new head of the CIA under Trump. Thank you. Goodbye.